Well, I get asked constantly about the air shocks on this truck. I've never really done like really in-depth detailed videos on TikTok, mainly just because, you know, you don't have it just a couple seconds at a time. I mean, the max I have is 3 whole minutes. Really, I could talk 3 whole minutes pretty quickly. I mean, I would pretty much talk to a tree sometimes if it would listen, so there's that. But in all seriousness, like I said, I've never really been able to do like a really in-depth video about the air shocks and monoleaf setup and exactly how I've got my rod quality now, and exactly how I used to sit it on its nuts. I mean, quite literally, it would axle on frame, lowest you could go without a C-notch, and that's all been done just with air shocks and a monoleaf setup. A lot of people do flip kits. Some of these trucks, different manufacturers have the axle set up different. Some of the brackets that your U-bolts go to will be on the bottom. Fortunately, mine are on the top. And that's great if you want to lift one. If you want to lower one, and not so great. I would prefer the leaf spring to be on the bottom of the axle. That way you could just throw a few blocks in it, keep all your leaf springs, and be golden. Another option is you replace these. I cannot think of what the frick they're called right off the top of my head. Drop shackles. There you go, drop shackles. You replace the drop shackles and you can get, you know, lowering that way. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really want to spend a whole lot of money. Honestly, the whole point behind this truck was to show that you could take a $900 trash truck, quite literally, and you could do something really cool with it and pick up some followers. And fortunately, I have somehow managed to pull it off slightly, and will continue to grow. But I know I'm kind of all over the place. Like I said, though, this is videos I really don't get to do, so I'm a little rusty at it, but we will get there eventually. Notice the holes in the MBRP exhaust tip. That's where I had it mounted out the side of my bed. So yeah, if we look underneath here, I have a monoleaf. That's one leaf spring running all the way across. Check out the little bows and bends in it. Looks like a little banana, bless its heart. And those are my air shocks. And that's how I get my up and down motion. Biggest reason you run a monoleaf if you do air shocks is because air shocks are not all that powerful. Air shocks are not going to, you know, really give you a whole lot of raising up at all if you've got a full pack of leaf springs. It's just too heavy, it's too solid for them. But if you're like me and you're running a monoleaf setup, you throw air shocks in, and when you let all the air out, by golly, she'll sit down, axle on frame, as long as you get your bump stops out of the way. You know, there's that. So my setup, monoleaf, no flip kit, no nothing. Literally a monoleaf, which is free to do. Air shocks ran me about $100. Now you can get them for about 80. Don't know why I had to pay $20 more from the same Advanced Auto Parts, but whatever. Thanks, Monroe. You got $20 extra out of me that one time. And so the air shocks, the hosing for them, I've done a video on that. Really simple actually. But that's how I get all my up and down out of this truck. People are going to tell you the monoleaf setup is super dangerous, yada yada yada. What I do know for a fact is I hauled a lawn care trailer with this truck for at least 2 summers, full-time, and full-time winter. Obviously you don't run as much in the winter, but in the summer, it was nothing to put 300 miles on this truck in a week. I mean, easy, really, running the roads. And that's just me guessing. I mean, we did it up, we added up one time. It's unreal what this truck's seen. And that was hauling a lawn care trailer, and I had 1 leaf spring break. That was not due to the lawn care trailer. That was due to me being really ridiculous and not wanting to take apart everything to pull the leaf pack out. So I just got the pressure off of it, jacked it up a little bit, and I took my side grinder and I just hacked into the leaf springs. And when I did that, it worked for a couple years probably. But the weight of the lawn care trailer, me getting it running really good last summer, and just dogging on it here and there out of the hole really did a work on it. But I will walk y'all down here and I'll show you the leaf spring, the one that didn't break, and I'll show you exactly why. Well, this is the one that broke actually, and the one that didn't break. So don't mind all my junk. This is like my bonfire pile, and AKA spare parts. And just so you know, don't trespass. And but this is what I did to my leaf springs. Okay, I'm telling you, this is janky. Oh, goodness gracious. Like I said, I cut the leaf springs instead of taking the full leaf spring out. And you can see there's a stress crack there. It was fixing to break on that side. This is the one that did break. This is where it broke. Again, this is because the way I cut these, and do not do this or you will muff yourself up, is I cut the spring, and all that pressure eventually just started affecting the metal. I mean, this is fixing to break too, and that's not a grinder mark, that's stress. Back here again, this is that's stress, man. That's a stress mark, there's no doubt. Because you can see I did probably hit it with a grinder there, but back along there, that's definitely stressing. So yeah, that's exactly what happened. So don't do that. If you do that, it's not good. It's not good at all. So I wouldn't do that. Like I said, it lasted a couple years. I had a limp at home with that broke leaf spring from Lenore, about 10 miles. Boy, that was scary. Scary, oh my. Yeah, so I wouldn't suggest it, but that's, like I said, that's the setup. There's old Betsy, old good girl. Farm use. Don't forget it. She ain't never seen a farm, but it looks good on the front, whatever. I mean, I do kindly live, like there is a farm literally just like 3 miles down yonder. And they fertilize this field up here, and it smells treacherous right now. So I might as well be on the farm. But anyway, there's that. Side note, that did not turn out too shabby at all, I don't think. Definitely got to hit it one more time. This up here, again, not bad. That right there, it's got to have one more good once over. There's no doubt. There's the gang right there, though, fellas. The squad. But yeah, that's that. So I will catch y'all on the next one.